You're a sixth man, man.
I don't know. Caruso, I think he was in the starting lineup for last year for the Bulls. I think he was.
Him and Javon Carter.
You know, when he was in LA, that dunk that he pulled out of nowhere, like who knew white boys got hops like this? Like, for real? So, okay, so that's OKC. OKC's picking up, I would say, a damn good baller within Alex Caruso.
Exactly.
I would say so. Josh Giddey, I don't know much about him, so tell me, who is this? Like, who's Josh Giddey here?
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know if he's been very productive or I don't know any of his stats. I don't even know who he is. I've never heard of him before today.
Okay, so let's move on here. Lakers, bud. Grizzly, man. Before I get to this breaking news that I'm hearing, I want to ask. LeBron's son, Bronny's coming into the NBA now. Whatever team picks him up in the draft, is LeBron going to that team to play with his boy?
See, from the rumors that I'm hearing, LeBron is trying to lobby for Bronny to get drafted to the Lakers.
Okay, so we're looking Lakers, LeBron, and son combo?
Personally, I don't like it because Bronny's numbers are just absolute trash.
Oh, okay. So these are fighting words from a lot of people here. This is fighting words now, but so are we talking Bronny not ready? Is he not ready for this?
He is not ready. I mean, taking consideration last summer, he collapsed.
Okay. And what was the reason for that collapse, though?
His heart.
Was it his heart?
It was his heart.
Wolf, what do you think, bud? Do you think LeBron-son combo this year in LA?
See, I'm going to answer your question with another question.
Okay.
If Bronny ends up coming to the Lakers, or LeBron gets traded to whatever team Bronny gets drafted to, is this going to be LeBron's last year? Does he want 1 year with his son?
See, I wondered the same thing. LeBron's been in the league
since 2003.
Lustrum right now.
He's been in the league. This past year was his 21st season.
I mean, is LeBron still top dog in the NBA right now? Is he still the one to beat?
As of right now, I mean, if you look at his numbers, I would say yes. But greatest of all time now, absolutely for now.
Okay, so not greatest of all time. Well, no. I'm not calling him greatest. I have my two goats for the greatest of all time right now.
Exactly.
But can he still do it? Like at his age right now, can he still outperform any of the youngsters in the NBA?
Well, I mean, with his numbers this past season, he proved that he can still hang with the best of them. I mean, he's putting up quality shots. He can still chase down and block you from behind. He's proven he can do that. Honestly, I mean, with time management, like we did manage his time a little bit more this season to try and prevent him from getting hurt as much. But you know, it's about the longevity here, and I think he's proved that. He is beating Father Time.
Yeah, I mean, you look at LeBron from the first time he got into what he looks like now. It looks like kind of like he went into a time machine, came back, got his old stuff, came back, and he just looks the same. Like he doesn't look like he's aged very well. He doesn't age at all that badly. So are we talking nightmare for Bronny coming into the NBA with a possible father-son combination here, or are we talking absolute bust out of this?
In my opinion, I think he would be a bust if he was playing with his dad. Because LeBron has a tendency to make other people around him look better than they actually are.
Okay. So, are we calling bust here for the draft for Bronny?
See, it's hard to call if he's going to be a bust. He doesn't perform that well in college.
Yeah,
His
I think
combine
what
games itself, too.
What was it? 1 year in college, or was it 2 years in college? Was it one?
I think it was 2.
Because I think he had his heart ordeal the first year in college.
So he only had one full healthy year.
Okay, so one full healthy year. Does that make him ready for the NBA? Because to me, the NBA is faster, and it's more.
See, in my opinion, it's just more like you gotta have more time in college in order to develop the play style and the readiness to become an NBA player. Because if you're coming out of just like one or 2 years, you're not gonna be ready, and you're gonna force yourself into something that you're not able to do. So I just don't think he's ready for it.
So,
Jay, for you?
here's my opinion on it. You say about how they need at least more than 1 or 2 years in college to be ready for the NBA. Yes, this is going back to the LeBron subject. LeBron's proven you don't need college.
Well, so did
LeBron
Kobe
did-
too.
So did Kobe too,
But the thing is, times are different from back then to now. Back then, you could freaking play bully ball. Right now, you barely touch somebody, and it's
okay.
Well,
So
that's for any sport anymore.
I got a couple things I want to ask here. So I found this on a source coming off the website. So it's funny to me because it showed Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and it was said on this website that Anthony Davis could lock down Shaquille O'Neal in his prime.
No.
Are we talking
No.
stupid
No.
here, or is this just...
no, that's just pure delirium right there. There is no freaking shot that Anthony Davis would beat a prime Shaq.
Okay. All right. So, Grizz, I need to know, what is this new headline coming out of Los Angeles right now?
Big headline coming out of LA right now. As you know, we fired Darvin Ham after the last season. He has been bad, like we had a bad record. There's been no coach that has lasted past 3 seasons with the Lakers since Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
So every third year, we're getting a new coach right now. So out of the Lakers camp, they decided to go ahead and hire J.J. Redick, somebody who has no coaching experience, but he did play high quality ball in the NBA.
Yeah.
And
he's one of the top 3-point shooters, wasn't he?
He also has a podcast with LeBron James. So really, we're picking up. It's a high risk, high reward here because we have no experience, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We're entrusting J.J. Redick with the end of LeBron's career.
Okay, so I need to know, are we talking, how long is his contract? What's his contract right now?
His
are
contract,
we talking 4 years, 3 years?
It is a 6-year, or wait, no. My bad. That was what we were trying to offer the other guy.
The other guy, the head coach, Don Hurley, wasn't it? Don Hurley from Connecticut?
We offered him a 4-year contract.
Okay, so does he stay for all 4 years? Is he going to stick to the all 4-year deal, or how's this going to work? LeBron's in LA. LeBron does his own thing. How's this J.J. Redick coaching going to work?
I think it's going to be good because he knows the NBA. He's played in the NBA. He knows how fast paced it is. He's going to know which players he wants to go for in the off season, and he's going to make the lineup an overall better spot. But it is Anthony Davis's off season. LeBron James specifically said, "Don't get people from me. Get Anthony Davis what he wants."
Yeah. By the way, I need to say this clear as day. I want to send out a heartfelt regard, first off, to one of the greatest centers of all time, Bill Walton, sorry.
Bill Walton, yeah.
Passed away, I heard.
He did.
So, greatest center for Boston. So, okay, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this with the Lakers now. I really kind of want to see how this is going to go. I'm really excited to see J.J. Redick here. All right, buddy. Well, that's good. That's good, man. I appreciate that. All right, let's talk Browns minicamp, bud. Cleveland. I don't like Cleveland. Just sorry about that.
We all know you don't like Cleveland.
So, sources are showing that Watson's shoulder right now. Deshaun. I'm sorry, but I don't know if Deshaun can perform like he used to when he was in Houston. Like, are we talking old Deshaun Watson coming back this year? Are we talking blowout Deshaun? Or what are we looking at right now, bud?
He ain't getting as many
Like, how are we
songs as he
looking
used
for the
to.
Browns? Like, are the Browns contenders this year? Like, are we talking the dog pound now? I'm curious, man. Look, man, I want to know, are the Browns dogs this year? I want to know, does the NFL need to be put on notice for the Browns this year?
I would say if it's the old Deshaun that does come back that was in Houston, NFL should be put on notice.
Oh my God.
More important question is, what's the status going to be of Nick Chubb this year after that horrible
Whoa.
Nick Chubb is actually coming back in October.
Okay, so is he not starting this year? Is he not coming back from the start of the season?
I think he's going to be on the sideline. He's not being in uniform or anything. He's gonna be
Okay, so we
back.
need to look at, we need to find that out. We need to know, like, who's your guys' backup? Like, who's your backup running back for this?
Honestly, I think
It was Kareem Hunt last year. Wasn't it?
I don't think so. I thought Kareem Hunt was gone.
Kareem Hunt came back last year.
Did he?
Like they
Yeah.
picked him up for the season. I'm pretty
Because
sure.
when after Nick Chubb got hurt, they went out and picked up Kareem Hunt.
So I'm curious because last year Deshaun, he didn't play barely at all last year, did he?
No.
Like he wasn't even. Who was it last year for you guys?
It
PJ
was
Walker.
PJ Walker.
It was DPJ, or no.
DPJ
Not
is a wide
DPJ.
receiver for one.
Sorry, it was
Donovan
some
Peoples-Jones.
It was some stupid,
Dorian
like
Thompson.
7 different
Wasn't it?
initial.
DTR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DTR.
DTR.
That's what it was.
Okay, so are we? Should the
Joe Flacco.
AFC North be put on notice right now with Deshaun?
If it's the old one, I would say yes.
Okay, so we're talking Deshaun Watson. You know, when he was in Houston, he lit it up in Houston. Can we all honestly agree that
I
when he
can't
was in
deny
Houston,
that, but
He was a good quarterback in the South when he was with Houston.
and you know, like so, because the Browns shocked a lot of people last year. I mean, you guys what playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Lost to
Yeah.
Houston in the first round. Like you guys had one hell of a season. I mean, you guys got a beast on the defensive line and Myles Garrett. Garrett's a monster. I mean, I've seen him wreck defenses before, but that was unreal. Like, I mean, so are we talking Browns dogs in the AFC South, top dogs in the AFC North this year?
I can't say top dog because we do have one team we got to worry about in the North.
Well, who are we
two
talking?
teams actually.
One.
Okay, you say two.
I
Hold on
say
a second.
two.
Who are you talking?
I'm
One
talking
team,
about
you say?
Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, so you're talking Ravens. So you're talking Lamar, Roquan Smith,
Derrick Henry.
Derrick
now.
Henry in Baltimore now too. So you're talking two. Like who are we talking here? Like Cincinnati, Baltimore, or Pittsburgh?
Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. So you're talking Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin and the Steelers overtaking Cleveland?
I mean, look at what they've done in the offseason. They got not one but two quarterbacks. Their wide receiver room is more eager than ever right now. They picked up Patrick Queen from Baltimore.
I heard that Patrick Queen went to Pittsburgh. this year.
JPJ is lighting it up in the practices right now.
So okay, so TJ Watt, he got hurt last year. And I think what was he? Tore his Achilles, not his Achilles, he tore his knee up, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Tore his ACL. So Pittsburgh's having problems right now. They got, you know, they brought in two QBs, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. You know, Fields did not perform well in Chicago. Like, I'm sorry, that was an absolute flub in Chicago for him. Are we talking better in Pittsburgh? Like Mike Tomlin here? Like,
Here's my issue with them picking up two quarterbacks. One, this is a controversial for a lot of people, especially if you're an old Seahawks fan.
okay,
Russell Wilson's washed up.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, okay.
Well, look at his time look at his time in Denver. Though.
His time in Denver did not go very well. That first interview he made in Denver, he looked in the camera and goes, "Let's ride, Denver." Yeah, that was not a ride. That was a stall. I'm sorry. But look, the Legion of Boom, you know, the Legion of Boom in Seattle with Russell Wilson, Wilson was amazing, especially at Super Bowl. I mean, that's good.
Almost 2 Super Bowls back to back.
Yeah, well, the second Super Bowl against New England. Sorry, I hate the Patriots.
They stopped passing on the 1 yard line, hand it off to Marshawn.
It wasn't even 1 yard with a half-yard line.
You got a beast
mode.
You got a beast in Marshawn Lynch. So Russell Wilson to me has tanked. I'm sorry, but he's not as par as what he used to be. So to me, it's age. I think it's age. It's got to be age that gets there. Congratulations also to Tom Brady on the Hall of Fame induction in New England. Also, I saw that the other day as well. So Pittsburgh, who starts? Who's getting the start this year?
Pittsburgh's already came out and said it's going to be Russell Wilson.
So Wilson's getting the start.
Yeah.
How does Justin Fields handle this as a backup now?
Oh, they're throwing him on kickoffs. They have said they have that option now with the new kickoff rule, which we discussed in our last video. But
yeah,
they have that option now to put him in the backfield for kickoff returns.
Okay, so tell me, you're saying one team, Baltimore. Yeah, is it a close game between Cleveland and Baltimore this year? Is it going to be a competitor for the first spot in the division?
I know it'll probably go back and forth.
Back and forth, okay. So you're saying Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Like, I mean, are we flip-flopping here? Because I'm not saying anything about Pittsburgh. I don't think the Steelers have it this year. I really don't.
Yeah, but compared to the Browns, though. But, I mean, look at Baltimore. Baltimore's going to go and blow out the Browns again like they always do. And then you got the Steelers.
We're calling a blowout this year for the Browns.
Steelers always have some. The Steelers
forget that they're 1-1 last season.
Yeah, the games were split 1-1 last year.
I'm calling it though. It's gonna happen.
Okay, so hold on. I want to throw in something here. I'm really kind of curious because I really want to throw in something. I want to throw the Bengals into this mix. You know, Hubbard on defense. You know, you got Joe Burrow. You know, at QB, you also got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins there. T. Higgins just signed a franchise tender this year, you know, during the offseason. I'm sorry, I think the Bengals could be something to contend with in, you know, the AFC North. Like, am I wrong?
If they can go back to the form they were back in 2021, it was?
Yeah, where they went to
the Super Bowl and lost to my Los Angeles Rams. But, I mean, they had a fantastic season. Joe Burrow's a great quarterback. But is he healthy enough to go back to that form? That's the question that remains to be seen.
Here's the big question. They're adding people. The Bengals are adding people onto the line to protect Joe Burrow. Is it going to be enough to stop people like Myles Garrett to get to Joe Burrow and reform an injury on him? Can he stay healthy after getting hit again?
I mean,
we'll find out.
Is Joe Burrow the next Colt McCoy out of this and James Harrison ordeal? Because, I mean, I'm sorry, but like I want to say the Bengals are contenders for the AFC North this year. I think Pittsburgh's going to flub it this year. I really do. Because there's so much controversy coming out of Pittsburgh with Wilson and Fields. And then, you know, wide receiver with Pickens, George Pickens. He had an awful season last year. So, I mean, does he bounce back this year? Cleveland, I don't know. I think Baltimore's going to take number 1 this year in that division. And I think Cleveland's going to take close second out of this.
I have Pittsburgh being draw. Pittsburgh's going to lose this division and be last.
Okay, so we're talking Pittsburgh. We're talking Pittsburgh last. Okay.
Only because all these wide receivers have this height with the 2 new quarterbacks.
All right.
But nothing's going to change in that division.
I beg to differ, but we ain't going to beat a dead horse here.
All right, so let's switch divisions here. Let's go to NFC. I got 2 things coming out of the NFC. Cowboys, Dak Prescott right now. So sources are showing that this is Prescott's possibly last chance in Dallas. Like, are we talking last chance? Because look, Dallas.
The Dallas playoff curse.
Dallas Cowboys fans, I am so sorry, but I don't think Mike McCarthy's right for this job anymore. I really don't. I honestly, Dallas. Look, Bill Belichick got out of New England just in fucking time. That motherfucker left. He got in his car, dated some ever model, and got in his car, got out of New England before it got worse. So like, this has gotten worse than Dallas already. So, I mean, the San Francisco lost the first year in the
Right.
playoffs, and then what was it, last year playoffs again? Green Bay beat them?
Yeah,
I mean,
Denver.
so are we talking, what do we say here? Like, what do you say if you're Dallas right now?
So,
Shoot, Dallas belongs to go into the UFL. Bring the Brahmas up into the NFL. Come on, man.
So this is how I see it being Dak's last chance. But also, you have to have McCarthy on the line too.
Mike McCarthy's the head coach.
But he also is the one helping coach to get through these games to make that one happen.
Look, you're almost kind of like, if you look at Dallas right now, it's almost kind of what like New England built back in the past. You had Tom Brady, you had a hell of an offense, but now if you look at Dallas, Patriots offense now sucks total dick. I'm sorry, but
Been
if
like
you
that
look
since Tom
at
Brady.
Dallas has what? CeeDee Lamb. They've got T.Y. Hilton right now.
Tony Pollard.
They got Tony Pollard. No, Pollard's gone.
Pollard's gone now.
They brought Zeke back to Dallas.
Oh, they
from New
brought
England.
him back?
Yes. So Pollard's gone. Zeke's back in New England or back in Dallas. T.Y. Hilton's there. CeeDee Lamb's there. Fucking Stephon Gilmore's on defense. You got a high-powered offense.
It's on defense.
You got
What
Mike
was
Parsons
wrong
on
here?
defense.
You blew out what? What were you last year? 13-3 last year? Like, what was the?
Something along those lines, but I'm not entirely
They
sure.
have single-digit losses.
You guys go into the playoffs against a Packers team that pretty much flubbed up all last year.
Pretty much the first half of the season was them in Philadelphia.
So, I mean, what's the problem? Why can't you get over this hump? What's going on here?
Like I said, the playoff curse.
Everyone thinks it's a curse.
They're cursed.
I don't think it is.
There's no way you can't tell me that it's not.
I don't think it is.
Do you think it's just bad coaching?
It's bad coaching, and once they realize they hit the playoffs, it gets to all their heads.
It's just like the Madden curse.
It gets to all. That's a lie.
Bull crap, it's a lie. Look at Barry Sanders.
Patrick Mahomes has proven it was a lie.
Oh
did
my
Josh
God.
Allen.
Yeah, I mean, well, technicality, but okay.
But it's coaching, and I see the players getting big-headed. Like, okay, because they have the saying, "Leave the boys," or "This is our year."
Yeah.
What happens every year when they say it? They
Hey, well, Cowboys fans, you guys got this thing that says, "This is our year. We're going to make it this year." You look like Ford in NASCAR.
This is our year.
So, I mean,
They get to the playoffs, they get big-headed.
It's not your
Okay.
year.
So let's stay in this Cowboys division for a second, okay? Let's go, Jordan Love, Green Bay. Like, are we?
Love. Oh my
Is
God.
this his breakout year this year for Green Bay? Like,
It is.
Are we looking?
It is very possible, man. I mean, look what he did in the playoffs last year. Look at his season stats. I mean, he proved that he is ready.
Okay, what about Caleb Williams
Caleb?
in Chicago?
Ah,
Look, when
that's
he
a
was,
tough one.
let's start for something here real quick, because I got my last point on this one. Caleb Williams, USC Trojan, right? He had a great year last year at USC. He was phenomenal. But the thing of it is are we looking at a high-powered offense coming in Chicago this year?
I don't think so.
I mean, even with the addition of Keenan Allen?
It's Keenan Allen, man. He's old. Yeah, and like former points I've made before, one person doesn't make a team.
True, but can Caleb Williams bring Chicago back to life? Like, can he revive a dead horse out of this?
Well, he hasn't played in the NFL yet, so we can't determine that until either the preseason or the first game of the season. I mean, rumor has it he might not even be the starting quarterback.
Who would be? Tyler Badgett?
Yeah, probably if it wasn't Caleb Williams.
Okay, so what do you think? Williams, is this his breakout?
So, here's my problem with this. All these Bears fans are saying Caleb Williams there.
Yeah.
What's changed on that offense besides Keenan Allen?
Not that I know. None that I know of.
Exactly.
He's
that's
going to
the
have to deal with the same thing Justin Fields got brought into.
Okay. So you think he's going to be running for his life in Chicago?
I'm telling you, if Justin Justin Fields had any other team, like say Justin Fields was on the freaking Colts, I guarantee you he would have succeeded there.
Yeah.
He would have succeeded in Denver for
Well,
crying out loud.
that kind of brings the dead horse back to life, saying that, Bryce Young in Carolina. If Bryce Young wouldn't have got drafted by the Carolina Panthers, he'd have had an outstanding breakout season. Most people are saying his season would have been better than C.J. Stroud. So, or AR's, so I don't know. I think Caleb Williams is going to be running for his life in Chicago right now. To be truthful and honest, I think he's going to be running for his life. So, it's determined. It's to be determined to see from the beginning of the season this year. So I'm going to talk Ohio State real quick. Kitty curious. Marvin Harrison Jr., bud. Son of the great wide receiver Marvin Harrison Sr., Arizona.
6'4".
He's in Arizona this year, drafted by the Cardinals. When he was at Ohio State, what was it? I mean, are we talking, is he like his daddy? Or are we looking at him as his dad? Or better than the great Marvin Harrison?
This might irritate you a little bit.
I'm a Colts fan, so.
Here we go.
Because he's on par with his dad. And
Okay.
if you look at his Ohio State college thing, you can see
Yeah.
the catches he makes are ridiculous.
Okay.
Marvin Harrison, his dad,
Yeah.
ridiculous catch.
Oh, yeah.
Him just coming in, still 6'4". What was his dad? 6'3". 6'4".
Man, I'd have to look. You look that up for me, how tall Marvin Harrison Sr. was?
Yeah, I got you.
So you're in Arizona. The Cardinals haven't really been relevant. I mean, Kyler Murray's QB. Like, are we talking great season for Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I'm not talking about a great season. I'm not saying he's going to go win Rookie of the Year. So normally, everyone already knows that there's a quarterback for all.
Okay.
But in the long run, he could most likely be, not most likely, but possibly.
The answer to your question for Marvin Harrison Sr., he was 6 foot even.
So his son's even taller than him.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he might break his dad's record.
Now, what record are we talking here? Catches, touchdowns? I mean,
Probably yard wise.
okay, yards after catch. Okay.
It may be hard. I understand he's young. He's not on a good team.
Okay, so are we talking Detroit playoffs again this year?
Oh, Detroit's winning that division.
Detroit's winning the division, right? Over, is Detroit deep playoffs run?
Kool-Aid McKinstry
To the Saints?
for Marshawn Lattimore.
Okay, so Kool-Aid McKinstry, corner out of Alabama. Flub, I'm sorry. I'm Roll Tide all the way. I hate the Buckeyes and I hate the Mountaineers, but I'm an Alabama fan at heart. And Kool-Aid McKinstry, I'm sorry, but under the rule of Nick Saban in Tuscaloosa, there is one thing in Alabama you need to understand. Saban was God in Alabama. Saban was the God of coaches in Alabama. You had to prepare him for him, not for the team. You had to prepare for Nick Saban. Because, if you look at Kirby Smart in Georgia, head coach,
Yeah.
he was assistant for Nick Saban for what, 3-4 years before he became head coach in Georgia? He finally beat him in the national championship. If you beat Nick Saban, you're talking the household at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Nick Saban retires. Kool-Aid McKinstry goes to the NFL. Saints, I'm assuming. Is it Saints?
Yes, the Saints are trying to trade for him. They're trying to deal Marshawn Lattimore.
Lattimore hasn't been relevant for years. Lattimore to me isn't relevant at
As a
all.
Buckeye fan, Lattimore hasn't been relevant.
Are we talking Kool-Aid McKinstry reviving a defense in New Orleans?
It's very possible, but we don't know what this kid can do in the NFL yet. We will see in the preseason.
I honestly, I'm not sure. I think when he was in Alabama, he was pretty good.
He has a cool name, though.
Yeah, I mean, Kool-Aid for a kid, Kool-Aid. Like, what up, Kool-Aid? Like, okay, look, Kool-Aid Kinster, I like you to death. I loved you when you were in Alabama. I'm curious to see how you're going to do in the NFL. But let's continue on here. I didn't get your answer. Detroit playoffs this year?
Oh, Detroit Lions, they're going to the playoffs no matter
Are
what.
they winning this division?
They will win their division.
Okay, how deep? Are we talking bust again against the Niners possible in playoffs, or are we talking Lions, 8 Mile, Eminem, all the way to the Super Bowl?
All the way. I don't know about all the way.
You're talking all the way?
I'm not talking all the way because they're going to lose to my Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
Just saying that right now. I'm biased.
Okay.
But they're a good team. They're going to the playoffs.
This is how I see it. It's going to be a Lions and the 49ers rematch in the playoffs.
Okay. Is Brock Purdy going to pull it off again?
No.
Okay.
The Lions are going to be out for blood.
Okay.
And the 49ers have lost weapons on their offense.
Okay.
And it remains to be seen what the Madden curse is going to do to Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
And if this Madden curse is true, McCaffrey still is still injury prone.
Okay.
And no one can't say he's not. Look at his time at Carolina.
All right. Yeah, I got some fun ones here. Birmingham Stallions won the UFL Championship. Interesting. Congrats to the Birmingham Stallions. Let's go baseball for a second here, bud. The Baltimore Orioles blew out the Yankees 17-6.
Of all teams to blow out, one of the top teams in the MLB right now in the Yankees. I mean, granted, we blew them out a little too, but that's a different story. But Baltimore is one of those teams that you don't really hear about much.
Not really
They're
much.
usually not that relevant. They remind me of kind of like the Moneyball Athletics back in the day, you know?
Yeah,
Low
okay.
ball team that nobody really hears about, but they'll punch you in the face when they get the chance.
All right, so let's talk Dodgers for a second. How's the Dodgers looking this year?
We're not looking bad. I mean, there's some games that we dropped that we shouldn't have dropped, but I mean, Walker Buehler is hurt again. We just got him back, now he's hurt again. Clayton Kershaw should be coming back in a few weeks. Bullpen is our biggest issue right now. Like, I'm not worried about our offense. I'm not worried about our bats. That'll happen with time.
Okay.
But we need pitching help.
All right. So I got something that somebody in the background is going to want to possibly talk about later. Let's talk WWE for a second. Let's talk. Rest in peace, first off, to one of the greatest in the WWE and Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt to me was he should have been, when The Undertaker retired, Bray Wyatt was next in line for that. Like, I'm sorry.
Undertaker passed the torch to Bray.
So, I'm assuming this last Monday,
yep.
the Wyatt Six showed up in Raw. I mean, when the lights went out, the lantern lit up. What are we saying? Like, are they taking over the WWE at this point? Is like Judgment Day? Are they in trouble with this? Like, are we talking new faction? Everybody freak out.
Nobody is safe from the Wyatt Six.
I mean, we got
not even other shows are safe from the Wyatt Six.
I mean, we got Eric Rowan. We got Dexter Lumis. We got Joe Gacy. We've got, Nikki Cross.
Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas. So...
And not to mention, one that actually has not yet appeared because she is still out after having a pregnancy. And that is Alexa Bliss.
Yes, so is it confirmed with Bliss being in this whole Wyatt Six ordeal?
Yeah.
Wyatt Six?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So the Wyatt Six now. I mean, Bo Dallas is leading this. He's coming. They're taking over now. They just made their debut in Raw. like, should these factions, like, should the Bloodline 2.0 be kind of concerned about this? Should the Judgment Day with champion Damian Priest be a little kind of freaked out about this? Because apparently, from what I'm hearing, Dom got attacked.
Well, look at the Alpha Academy. Chad Gable got attacked.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that.
But with that, Otis, Tozawa, and Maxine were told to get out of there before that happened. They were told not to tell Chad, so
how are we feeling about the Dominic attack from the Wyatt Six?
No one cares about Dom.
So, I'm sorry, but the last time I went to a WWE Live event and I saw Dominic Mysterio, I'm sorry, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but he looked like a leukemia patient. He really did. I'm really sorry.
Here's the more important question: is who is next on the Wyatt Six hit list?
But
I'm gonna say Judgment Day. I say the Judgment Day might want to keep their backs on this, but see right now the Judgment Day's having issues because they got somebody fucking around inside the Judgment Day. We're talking Liv Morgan here. Rhea Ripley's out, injury. She's trying to take over for Dom.
Actually, according to a source, Dom is actually starting to give in.
So, are we going to look... Okay, so I kind of want to say something here. Do you guys remember... You remember the great Latino Eddie Guerrero?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you remember the custody match between him and Rey Mysterio and Dominic? So are we looking at a possible another custody battle for Rhea Ripley?
That would be hilarious.
Like, are we
That would
talking...
be hilarious.
Are we talking ladder match, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, contract right there for Dominic Mysterio?
That's like
Yeah,
DQ.
like-
Anything goes.
like the whole rumor was going to be Rhea on a pole, Dolph versus Buddy.
Yeah, like, you know, like what do we think, like what are we looking at here? Because Liv Morgan's causing a rift right now. Because obviously, supposedly, Finn Balor had ended up with a hotel key card.
That
Yeah.
was given to Dom.
Last month, from what I saw Monday, Damian confronted him about this.
Yes.
I'm seeing a little bit of a Richter scale rift here going on in Judgment Day.
Well, think about it, because several years ago, Liv teamed up with AJ Styles and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
So,
You can't
could it
just-
be a recall to that? You know?
So, here's what, I'm going to go back to the Wyatt Six real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
The Wyatt Six, everyone should be on the lookout for.
Okay.
I have to say one more thing that happened the next night. Someone opened that forbidden door.
Say his name and
let
he...
go.
Oh, let's go! Oh my God!
Say what
Okay.
you know.
I want
I
everyone's
believe...
opinion about Joe Hendry showing up at NXT.
Okay, so I want to kind of back the train up here before we go to NXT, and the roof in NXT came off when his music hit.
Oh my God.
On a 25-man battle royale, and the entire crowd lost their absolute mind. Joe Hendry, WWE, came from what, TNA?
TNA.
So we're talking Joe Hendry coming from WWE and TNA. Look, I'm not going to sing the song because I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't want to get something...
But, look, number one song from what I've been told.
Oh, it's number one.
around all
Yeah,
platforms right now.
Hit number one.
So, Wyatt Six, real quick before we hit Joe Hendry, Wyatt Six. Who's the first target on this list?
See, I've been reading.
It was Chad Gable.
I've been actually looking at other sources about this.
Oh, and also before you continue, I'm kind of curious. I want to hear about something. Can you confirm, one of you two confirm for me, a Dexter Lewis, Indy Hartwell divorce coming from this?
Yes, it is supposed to actually happen because Indy does not like this new character.
It's her. It conflicts with her religious beliefs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're talking religious beliefs. Okay. All right, so tell me, who's the first target for the Wyatt Six now?
So I've seen multiple sources it says a bunch of different people. Because they have with Nikki Cross, she used to tag with Piper Niven.
Okay.
So they're saying Piper Niven to be the first.
Okay.
Or you have, who was it? Or you have Johnny Gargano in the Way House. And that's going to be their first target.
Tommaso Ciampa and DIY.
Of Dexter Lumis.
Okay.
He used to be in the Way House. And now he's in the YSX.
Alright, so, quick question. Rumors surrounding Buddy Matthews?
Yes, I have seen a source for that. And
When was the last time he was ever in WWE?
Good question. I didn't even know he was in WWE.
He's in AEW right now.
2020.
AEW, okay.
2020 was when he was
But
last in WWE.
I have seen that when Rhea is supposed to actually return sooner than people are thinking.
Okay, so, confirm, Rhea, Buddy, married, right?
No, they are engaged.
Engaged,
They
okay.
have not made it official
Okay,
yet.
so Buddy Matthews, possible WWE return. What about the Dean Ambrose? Are we looking at Dean Ambrose possibly returning out of this?
Not as long as Roman Reigns is in the company.
Yes, he will not.
Okay.
He
He will
already
not come
stated
back.
he will not re-sign as long as Roman Reigns is signed.
Okay,
to
so
WWE.
I did see one of my favorite superstars made an appearance in AEW, Adam Copeland, Edge.
Yes,
I was a huge Edge fan. I loved Edge, especially when he was with Lita, you know, him and Christian together. So, we're talking Buddy Matthews. Is the return real here? Like, are we talking a massive pop? With
See,
the
I'm
return?
not sure, but you know who will be better if they come back? Rumor has it that the Hardy Boys are coming back.
I heard the Hardy Boys were still in TNA.
they actually just re-signed with TNA.
Okay, so
But that doesn't mean
they
they
want.
can't open that forbidden door.
See, from the source I had, that they were saying that they want one more big run in TNA, and then they want to do something small in WWE and go into the Hall of Fame.
But back onto the Buddy Matthews and that. Rhea was supposed to return a lot sooner.
okay, so what was her injury? What was the injury?
Shoulder.
Shoulder?
It was shoulder.
Was it shoulder?
It was after Liv Morgan attack.
Okay, so real quick, because I want to move on here for a second. If Buddy Matthews comes back to the WWE, are we talking Dominic Buddy rival feud here for Rhea Ripley?
I
Are we
would
talking
believe
a
so.
Buddy Dominic
I
feud?
have a feeling you're going to see the Buddy and Dom feud.
Okay, so I want to hear it from everybody real quick, and I'm really kind of want to make a laugh out of this. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, custody for Dominic. Are we serious?
I really want to see it.
Like, are we talking possible SummerSlam match? Rhea, Liv, custody for Dom.
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be hilarious. I would
Like,
love to
do you
see
think
it.
Triple H can pull it off?
Yeah.
You think he could?
Yeah.
Triple H can pull it off,
Okay.
but will he make that recall remains to be seen.
Okay, so let's move on here. Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, OG Tribal Chief.
Oh, yeah.
Contract? He hasn't been seen since WrestleMania, am I right?
Yes. He's
Not
So-
on the
there's
show,
a reason
no.
why he
but-
hasn't been
So
seen.
I'm hearing that contract is up in December.
Yeah.
So also hearing that, Seth Rollins made an appearance in Raw last
He's officially
on
back.
Monday. So what are we talking about here for Roman? OG Tribal Chief. Are we talking Tribal Chief possible comeback, or are we talking a massive bloodline feud here?
So what I see actually happening with Roman, he's going to come back. It's not going to be his tribal chief version.
Okay.
It's going to be the needle mover.
I was going to
His
say the
Roman
big
Empire.
dog,
I was hoping the big dog would come back. I like the big dog
I can see
Roman.
the big dog coming back too.
but
Now, hold on. I got a lot of people hearing about this. I'll keep knocking this over. I hear a lot of people talking about this. A massive bloodline feud. The OG versus Bloodline 2.0. Solo Sikoa is taking over the 2.0, and it's dangerous right now.
Yes.
This is a dangerous faction. I mean, Kevin Owens has gotten his ass whooped multiple times. Clash at the Castle, Cody Rhodes got attacked. Could this be the YS6 first target here?
it is very possible that it could happen. But here's the thing. Who is Roman going to come back with? Is it going to be him, Jimmy J, and Sami Zayn? The Andre Hughes?
I mean, could it be the OG against the 2.0?
What it's supposed to be is when he comes back, he's supposed to set up more games.
Okay,
You're
so
gonna have
more games.
the Bloodline 2.0 along with the final boss.
So we're talking Roman and The Rock?
The Rock's supposed to be 2.0.
So The Rock with Solo?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Then you're supposed
Okay.
to have Roman, Sammy, Jimmy, and Jay. But people are taking Sammy out and putting Umaga's actual real son in, Jacob Fatu.
Yes, I heard Jacob Fatu right
is
now.
in the WWE.
MCW, I'm assuming. Jacob Fatu, I think he's in MCW. Can somebody confirm that for me? MCW, Jacob Fatu, MC or MZW? I
thought it
can't
was
remember.
WCW.
No.
WCW, but
Jacob Fatu
it's
has
something-
arrived in WWE, just saying.
Alright, the WWE.
And this is from today.
I'ma smack you.
Okay, so Jacob Fatu in WWE from tonight, I'm assuming.
According to the source.
Hold on.
It's not my fault, I researched
Okay,
it.
so hold on a second. So Jacob Fatu, who's he? Who's his dad?
Umaga.
Umaga. Okay. So also I'm hearing Edge coming back 2 years WWE. Like, are we sure?
I
It's
haven't
possible.
heard anything about that.
I haven't heard nothing.
Okay, I find it funny. I catch bits and pieces of like AEW once in a while, and I like the little feud that Christian and Edge have got going on here right now. And there's a lot to be determined here. There's a lot to be seen, especially the Wyatt Six honoring, Bray Wyatt. God rest his soul. Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy coming back. Bo Dallas hasn't been in since what, the Bo the Evo deal?
No, it's the whole Curse Axel and the
No, since the Uncle Howdy thing started before Bray Wyatt passed.
I need my list.
Now, here's the one big question everyone has about the Wyatt Six. Will Bo Dallas be able to fill Bray Wyatt's shoes? Carry on the legacy of what Bray did.
From what I've seen so far, absolutely.
I mean, look, this looks more terrifying than the Wyatt's, the Bray Wyatt ordeal, the Bing, the Bray Wyatt ordeal. Oh!
Shane McMahon did go to AEW, didn't he?
Yes, okay,
Big
so
news,
that's-
big news.
I heard that. So, confirm possibility of Shane McMahon in AEW. What the hell?
He did
Right.
sign a contract there.
So, why? What were we, I mean...
Honestly, I don't even know why he did it.
Why not? AEW
So-
is a good corporation. I mean,
I can't believe I'm about to say this.
why not?
Due to some controversy in WWE, is this the reason why he went to AEW?
Yeah,
That could be
it
a very
is.
possible reason why.
Now, to anybody out there, I'm not going to reveal what the storyline is. If you want to know what it is, you can look it up yourself. Controversy through what I'm hearing, is this the reason why he went to WWE or AEW?
I have a
Could
feeling
this
that-
be
What I'm hearing, yes.
Okay. So, there's a lot. There's a lot in WWE going on. Alpha Academy's got a little riff going on.
they're done.
Otis attacked Chad Gable from what I saw.
They are done now. They split.
Okay, so they're done. They're out.
That's what led to the Uncle Howdy.
So are we looking at a turn heel now for Gable?
Gable's already done.
Gable's already healed.
So he healed? Okay,
he's
so we're
not-
good.
Otis is about to be. Okay, but Otis is turning face. He's going back to his.
You know, I liked Otis when he was with Heavy Machinery. Him and Tucker. What was it,
Yes!
Is it
Tucker.
bad? Is it bad? I still like
His
Otis
brother.
when he was having that whole storyline with Mandy Rose.
Tucker? Yes.
That was.
So I'm curious because I kind of want to see the Wyatt Six. Like, are we looking at them coming out here tonight, Friday night, SmackDown tonight?
Well, Nick Aldis up security for a reason, so.
Honestly, I see them coming out, and that security is not going to stop.
Okay, so
But
let's
that-
kind of revise for a second. Last Saturday, Clash at the Castle, Scotland.
I know where you're going with
The
this.
Scotland people got what they wanted to see. An I Quit match with Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles,
And
Cody
he was
Rhodes pulling off that match. Drew McIntyre, was he on the verge of winning that title?
Yes.
If it wasn't for CM
Oh,
Punk?
he would have won that, no doubt. You could have counted. We counted to 14 before
If Punk would
slid
not
into the ring.
have interfered, McIntyre, you look at a new champion.
Bailey Piper Niven match. I don't mind that match. That was actually a pretty good match. Women's new tag team champions, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
I called it from the start when they put him in that match.
You can ask my background over here. When we were watching that match for the third time, I said straight up the two Scottish women were going to win that title, hands fucking down. Look, don't get me wrong, I like Jade Cargill and I like Bianca Belair, but Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, two of the greatest Scottish wrestlers right now, and females with the titles. Is the female division in a little bit of a disarray right now with this?
It's just going to skyrocket from here because it ain't going to be the same exact people winning the championships all the time.
Okay.
Now you have a better chance of different named people to come out of the woodwork for these championships now.
Okay, so what are we looking for SummerSlam? Like what? Let's go SummerSlam right now. When is SummerSlam? August, ain't it?
It is in August.
So we're looking SummerSlam in August. So
Cody and Solo are supposed to be in a match at SummerSlam.
Okay,
and
now
there's one other one that is already slated that I can't remember what it is.
Damian and Seth. Seth and Damian Priest.
Actually, I hear it's supposed to be different for that.
Okay.
I heard a source saying Ben's supposed to be leaving the Judgment Day. It's supposed to be Damian versus the Demon King, Finn Balor, at SummerSlam.
Interesting. That'll be interesting. So wait, hold on a second. When is Money in the Bank?
Next month.
Next month. So July?
Very soon, yes.
Okay, so that's the next PLE, right? So who's winning it? I'm hearing Finn's in this already.
I'm thinking Jey Uso.
Because from what I saw Monday night, Finn Balor was supposed to be in the Money in the Bank.
He was in a qualifying match with Jey Uso. It was him, Jey Uso, and I'm blanking who else it was.
So Jey Uso, possibility of winning it this year?
Jey Uso.
I'm sorry. No, I can't do it. I gotta go with my guy. I gotta go with my guy. I gotta do it. No, I gotta do it. She's got it. L.A. Knight. Yeah. Let's go. So wait a second. Is L.A. Knight's in it in this year? I'm saying L.A. Knight wins the Money in the Bank. Okay, so what? Let's go. What do you got? You got really excited here. You like catnip on this.
Listen, man. Jey Uso has been screwed out of so many freaking title opportunities. He deserves one. So he's got to win the Money in the Bank, and then he's going to go get a championship.
Okay.
All right, speaking of Money in the Bank, about the matches and the qualifying matches they're actually currently having.
Actually, they just changed that qualifying match.
One of the main qualifying matches I wanted to get your opinion on. Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed,
and Ilya
Dragunov.
Look, Ilya is the smallest guy in this fucking match.
It was originally supposed to be Chad Gable.
I like Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Russian. I loved him when he was at NXT. He was one of my favorite all-time wrestlers. I don't know much about Bronson Reed. I think he was
big Bronson.
Wasn't he part of AOP?
No.
Authors of Pain? Okay, so I'm wrong. I like the Strowman Express though. That thing, when it gets steaming, it gets to chugging.
That is one big SOP.
If Ilya Dragunov wins that match, it's pure fucking miracle. It's a pure miracle right now.
I'm calling Braun Strowman winning that.
But I'm seeing Braun Strowman winning that match. Let's talk one thing for a second. I'm going to talk something. One of my favorite wrestlers right now. One of my favorite high flyers, Ricochet. Injury right now. We're talking Braun Breaker. Are we looking at any disciplinary action going to Braun Breaker out of this?
They've tried, but he's still coming back in and freaking sawing people in half. Look what he did to Ludwig Kaiser.
So are we talking, look, a lot of these wrestlers have amazing backgrounds. The Rock, Rocky Johnson, Soul Man. You know, is Braun Breaker's, you know, family heritage into this? You know, because we're talking Scott Steiner as his uncle.
Scott Steiner or Rick Steiner is his dad.
You know, the Steiner brothers here. I mean, Braun Breaker's the son of what? Rick Steiner?
Yep.
I mean, Ricochet got folded. I'm not going to lie. He looked like a taco when it was all said and done. Are we talking Ricochet leaving WWE?
So there's talk.
It's very possible, but there's something else that I've recently seen is that the Wyatt Six is offering him a way out because he's not being used properly in the Wyatt Six.
But
So let's kind of revive. There's a lot to be seen in WWE right now. Okay, so let's move on. Kind of want to hear from you for a second on something real quick, bud.
All right.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Sources are calling this the new WNBA rivalry.
It's a bit of a rivalry, man. Angel Reese is 0-3 against Caitlin Clark since the championship with Iowa. Like, come on now.
Okay.
Like, it ain't even a rivalry. Yeah, Angel's gonna like pushing Caitlin Clark around and hacking her and everything, but that's with everybody in the WNBA. They're threatened by Caitlin Clark because she is that good. Now, the more important question is Team USA going to win it all this year?
So I'm hearing Caitlin Clark's got dual citizenship right now, Canada and the U.S. And Team Canada wanted her for the team, and I'm also seeing that Team USA wants her now. But how is her and Angel Reese going to compare together on the court on the same team? This doesn't seem right to me.
One's going to have to play on the starting lineup, and one's going to have to come off the bench.
Look, I'm sorry, but Angel Reese to me comes off the bench.
Absolutely. Caitlin Clark is starting all
How I see if Caitlin Clark does go with Team USA, they might honestly kick off Reeves.
Okay, look, I don't want to take anything away from Angel Reese. You know, she's a damn good basketball player. She's real fucking great with what she does. I just think Caitlin Clark has that edge over her a little bit more.
Not to mention Caitlin Clark is better with the fans.
Yes. All right, so we're going to kind of go to some news going on right now. Wheeling, West Virginia people right now are preparing for June 22nd, which is tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, West Baker Arena is going to erupt. The Wheeling Miners' first playoff game is tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. Jersey Bearcats are coming into Wheeling. They might, if they're not already here.
They're
already here.
I mean, are we showing an absolute blowout tomorrow night?
I think the Miners are going to blow out Jersey like they did the other times they have this season.
Okay. So, I mean, Miners first play, could there be a little bit of butterflies in this for Wheeling?
There's probably going to be butterflies, but I'm going to say Jersey's not going to get blown out here.
Whoa.
It's going to be a close one.
Oh, are we talking Miners choking?
I don't see the Miners choking. I had it being a close game, but the Miners pulling it off.
As somebody in the background there sees Wheeling choking, but I think they're wrong.
Okay, so Miners had, so earlier today I saw on social media that the Miners are switching leagues. They are now moving to the National Arena League next year.
Hey, they need better competition. They need more of a challenge.
I'm going to say this clear as day. I say the Miners pull it off tomorrow. I say the fuel that the Miners have had all year long so far, and plus, you know, the 1 week break has given the players a chance to heal, rehab some injuries, get back into the movement of things. I think Jersey, and tomorrow, from what I'm hearing, a haunted house is sponsoring this game tomorrow. Inferno Terra, Terra Haunted. So I think Jersey's in for a rough time right now. I really do. I think Jersey's not going to have a chance.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a blowout, man.
So Miners, Miners fans, if you see this video, come out. Game 1 for the playoffs is tomorrow. 7 o'clock, West Banco Arena. I'm definitely going to be there tomorrow night. And I'm really excited. I'm excited to see this tomorrow night. I really am. So, we got the Nailers, we got the Miners in West Banco Arena. The Nailers' new season's coming up here pretty soon.
And they're also switching divisions.
So, let's talk here for a second, because kind of want to hit this hard right now. Oilers right now are ahead 3-1 in Game 6 right now. Edmonton has literally came out of, brought the gas against the Florida Panthers. The other night we saw that Sergei Bobrovsky got put up on 8 goals the other night. We also saw the Oilers come in Game 5 and completely drop, what was it, 5 goals on the Panthers?
Yeah.
Tonight, Game 6 is in Edmonton.
3-1 right now.
And it's 3-1.
With 13 minutes left to go in the third period.
Is Florida gassed right now? Are they out of energy? Is Florida, how do you stop Edmonton right now?
Reverse sweep. Reverse sweep.
Okay, so we're talking Game 7. We're saying Game 7 definitely.
Game 7, Oilers win and take home the trophy.
Okay, so the trophy's going back to Edmonton, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, how do you stop how do you stop the Oilers? If you're Florida right now, how do you stop them? McDavid is just unreal right now.
Honestly, I don't think there's a way to right now.
Between him and Leon Draisaitl.
Well, it's not just them two. You got Darnell Nurse putting up points.
You got Skinner in that.
You got Skinner sitting in that looking like some Igor Shesterkin bullshit. Sergei Bobrovsky's not looking good right now. These last, 3 games, he's not looked good at all. He's making saves, but, he's not looking good at all.
He's not looking like...
if you're Florida, what do you do?
What happened? That's the question. They were good all the way through the playoffs, and then as soon as they got up 3-0 in the series, it's just like they hit a switch and they just suck.
See, honestly, I agree with someone in the background. Florida's just choking it. They can't keep up with...
Well, look, so if you're Florida right now, you got to be patting yourself on the back right now.
Yeah.
You took out one of the greatest teams in the league right now in the Rangers. Mm-hmm. You dropped the Rangers on their ass and knocked them completely out of the playoffs. Shesterkin. I'm a huge Shesterkin fan. You guys know this.
Yep.
If Florida somehow wins this series, Bobrovsky, greatest goalie of all time right now at this point, or greatest goalie in the league right now?
I would probably put it in the league.
Put him in top 3, but...
Top 3 in the league?
I'm not going to put him at number 1. The last several games, he's proven that he is, just bad right now. It's
what's going on in Florida? Are you concerned if you're a Florida Panthers fan?
My question is, what's in the water down there? Because something is definitely wrong here. Their defense hasn't been as clutch as they have been this season. Bobrovsky is freaking choking it in the net right now, and Edmonton's just firing on all cylinders.
Look, I'm sorry, I cannot. I can't do this with Florida right now. They took out the Rangers. I had Florida winning this series. I did. I had them. I had the last video we had talked. I had said straight up Florida was winning this series. I really did.
The end was that night.
I told you, Edmonton's winning this series.
So Edmonton wins tonight. We're saying Game 7 in Florida.
Honestly, I'm throwing a curveball with a lot of people saying Edmonton's still going to win. Florida's going to pull it out in Game 7.
Oh my God!
I fail to believe it. I think it's going to be.
Bobrovsky's going to wake up on Game 7.
I think it's going to be 4-3 Oilers in Game 7. That's my prediction.
Boy, oh boy! I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Florida right now. Bobrovsky is He's a great goalie. Don't get me wrong. He's a damn good goalie. He makes saves that you don't see many people do nowadays. But I think Edmonton, they just got the diesel train running, and they're steamrolling the tracks right now.
They're a runaway train right now, man.
I mean, Darnell Nurse, Leon Draisaitl, Stuart Skinner, fucking McDavid. I mean, who else are we looking at coming in Edmonton right now? I mean,
Hey, you know what it is? It's that song that Florida fans came out with that screwed them over.
what was it?
It's like, I can't remember what it is, but it says like the Oilers sucks, McDavid sucks, McDavid sucks. You know, it's like that. I don't know if any of them seen it or heard it or even thought about it, but if they did, I guarantee you that put fuel on the fire.
One of the songs that saying these people suck from this team, pretty much saying what he's saying is Florida cursed themselves by singing that song.
Well, see, that kind of, that song kind of reminds me of something else. A couple years back, Alabama was undefeated in the college football world. And most teams, the Washington Huskies, got Bama in the playoffs. And before the playoffs had started, Washington was chanting, "We want Bama." Well, the problem was, you got Bama, and you didn't like it at the end of the game. So, could this be what it is right now for Florida? You want to chant this, and now Edmonton hears it and says, "Go fuck yourself, you can fuck off, and you're done." So, I mean, is this what we're looking at? So, okay.
Yeah.
So, Game 6 tonight, Florida's behind 3-1. This is the third period right now.
Yep.
If you're Florida right now, you got to pick it up. You got to pick this up if you want to win this.
Oh, you got to.
Okay, so we're calling Oilers winning it tonight, right?
Oh,
We're saying Oilers
absolutely.
winning. Okay, Game 7. Game 7 is probably going to be Sunday. Who wins it? Who wins the final game of the Stanley Cup Finals?
Like I said, Edmonton 4-3.
Okay, Edmonton 4-3 game. Okay, so is that your score? 4-3 score?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, the game's Monday. Okay, so Monday night. So 4-3 Edmonton win. Is it straight out 3 periods or overtime?
Straight out 3 periods.
Okay. Wolf, what you got, bud? Who are you thinking?
I'm saying the Panthers pulling it off.
What's the score?
I'm saying it's going to be 4-3 overtime.
Oh, we're going 4-3 overtime.
Bravari's going to wake up.
All right. Look, y'all.
Eager to see what you guys say about this.
I like the 2 goalies that are in the finals right now. I like Stuart Skinner. Yes, he gives me nightmares. You people know why.
You're welcome.
But I also like Sergei Bobrovsky. And Sergei in these last 3 games has not looked like the Sergei Bobrovsky I've seen all year round. Especially when he was in Pittsburgh this year. When he played in Pittsburgh this year, I mean, you're talking the Pittsburgh Penguins. You're talking Crosby, Malkin. You're talking Brian Russ. You're talking Big Jeff Carter, Crystal Tang, Eric Carlson. The Panthers took the game into overtime at 2-2. The Panthers took the game into overtime at 2-2. And the Panthers ended up winning that game in the Paints Arena. Now, Bobrovsky that game looked absolutely phenomenal. The Penguins peppered him with shots all day long. But the problem is Bobrovsky, these last 3 games, I'm a little concerned here. Like, I'm a little worried right now. I mean, you get put up on an 8-piece in Game 4. That was your end game. If you're Florida, that was the game you shut them down in. Game 5, you give up 5 goals. In Game 6, you're down 3-1. You're down 3-1. You're at the third. With, what is it, 11 minutes left in the third?
I can actually check that.
What I see is
You got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third period.
Is it still 3-1 right now?
It is still 3-1 currently.
Look, I'm sorry. I can't do this. Quote me. Please, somebody quote me when I say this.
Somebody time tag this.
I'm calling Panthers Game 7 win 5-3 Panthers. Straight 3 periods. I'm saying the Panthers go home, stay home in Sunrise State, and keep the Stanley Cup.
So what
there.
you're saying is I'm the only one that's calling Edmonton on this.
Yeah, you're it, buddy. I mean, look, the Edmonton train is running right now, but how much energy have you used so far? You're running straight gas.
That train is gonna roll straight until the end, man.
So what is it? Like, what if Game 7 comes in Monday night, and what if they say, the Panthers and the Oilers take that steam train and they just run that ice straight down to the bottom? Like, I mean, are we talking absolute gassed Oilers coming into Game 7?
No, absolutely
I have
not.
a feeling.
Or is this momentum right now?
This is straight momentum. Look at that 8-goal blowout that they had. And then they come out the next game and they win 5-3. Now look right now, they're up 3-1. There is no stopping this Oilers team
I see
right now.
Rossi waking up in Game 7 and doing what he did throughout the season.
I don't
Okay.
see it.
And
All right.
throughout the playoffs.
So, we got Oilers, Game 7, Panthers, you and I, Game 7. All right, so let's go to Tuesday night. NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WWE greatest song that has thrived through all of TNA.
We better duck before a chocolate comes flying at us.
Joe Hendry made his appearance in NXT. The roof of that arena came unglued.
Not to mention he said he can come on to any show at any time, anywhere.
All you have to do is say his name.
And
So-
he appears.
Is it possible main roster very soon?
Look, I think it's going to take about a year, maybe 2 years for the Joe Hendry train to hit WWE. But,
Nice story.
Look, I will tell you this. I will call it 1 year Joe Hendry wins a title in NXT. 1 year Hendry wins the title.
Which title?
North American Championship.
He is back in TNA right now.
Yes.
I'm going to go.
So what was it coming on Tuesday? Was this a fluke? Like when he showed up, because Jordan Grace faced Roxanne Perez for the title. That was a battleground. So she was TNA Women's Champion. Joe Hendry's in TNA. Jordan Grace is back in TNA now. So is TNA kind of combining with WWE here, or are we looking?
We're looking at the forbidden door here because it is many different companies that can come into this.
Okay, look, I gotta tell you something funny. I really do. I got a friend. It's in the background over here, and she is like the worst Joe Hendry fan I have ever seen.
She ain't even
in my
a
life.
fan. What do you mean? She is a Joe Hendry hater.
She clearly stated, and I think you two might have been with me when she said this. If Joe Hendry comes to WWE, she is stopping watching WWE for good. I want to know, and I'm really curious because I kind of want to hear this. Are you stopping the watching of the WWE?
No, she's already gone against that.
I really want to know because the Joe Hendry train has made its appearance.
Never mind. Just wait until he comes main roster, man. Just wait until it happens. Say his name and he will appear.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Computer friend.
Wait until he shows up on main roster on SmackDown, where she's still gonna watch it because of one person that she absolutely loves. Actually, no, there's two people you absolutely love.
Who's your favorite two people that you actually enjoy watching in the WWE right now?
Well, one I can tell you, he's a WWE champion right now.
Two
Go to
people I
Rhodes.
can tell you for sure.
The American Nightmare. He had a tough match at Clash of the Castle.
Got the American
And the
Nightmare,
other
Jey
one's
Uso.
also-
Cody and the Viper, Randy Orton. Really?
Go to
Okay.
SmackDown.
I like Orton. I really do. I've always been an Orton fan, especially when he was with Legacy with
The Evolution.
Evolution. Who?
RK Bro.
Oh yeah, man, Matt Riddle. So look, Cody Rhodes had a nasty match at Clash of the Castle, the I Quit match. A lot of people are saying that Rhodes cheated that match with handcuffing AJ Styles to the approach.
Okay,
AJ Hinch
I said they
put
should
me
just say the
first.
same thing about AJ.
Okay. So, okay, I'm curious. I want to know. I'm kind of curious. I want to know something here real fast. And this is for a question for you too, and this is for her as well. Drew McIntyre quitting WWE. Is this confirmed?
Confirmed. He had a conversation with Triple H.
They have not.
What are you saying right here? I mean, what are you thinking here? Like, because Monday Night Raw, it has been Monday Night Raw. McIntyre come out, and the entire crowd's chanting CM Punk right now.
So
And he just says, "I can't do this anymore. I quit."
So pretty much.
Okay, so we're talking AEW for Drew McIntyre. To me, I'm sorry, but that seems like a downgrade for him a little bit, because Drew McIntyre, you know, if you talk to WWE fans, it's kind of psychopath.
Somebody's about to hate me because I'm going to reveal something.
I will smack.
I want to hear this. Let's hear it.
If you don't want to hear it, plug your ears.
I can't.
Are we talking breaking news right now?
This is breaking news as of 30 minutes ago.
Okay, go for it. Let's hear it.
Drew McIntyre is attacked CM Punk backstage at Chicago this evening.
Okay, I seen that coming.
Okay, so, well, I mean, who didn't see it coming? I mean, you screw over McIntyre at Clash of the Castle from the title. Damian Priest had no chance in absolute hell. So if you look at it, can we agree on something here? Because I'm really curious. For the match between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, in longevity, McIntyre should have won that match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you take a Claymore kick to the jaw from Drew McIntyre, you're done, you're out. It's over.
If it wasn't for the first ref being knocked off and knocked out, I mean, whenever in that span between the time that ref got knocked out and CM Punk came into the ring, 14 seconds was counted.
So
Okay.
here's my issue with the whole that's Drew McIntyre. I don't disagree with Wade Barrett either, but I can't fully agree with him. But I seen a post about it. This whole McIntyre and CM Punk thing that happened at Clash of the Castle, it's the Montreal Screwjob.
Oh, wow.
It's the modern
I
Montreal
haven't heard
Screwjob.
that in a while. Okay, so look, Joe Hendry, NXT. New story, we're calling NXT right now. I'm saying 1 year Joe Hendry wins the NXT North American Championship. I'll call it to this very day.
I'll call it. I'll give it 1 year, but assuming the NXT Championship.
Okay.
Actually,
so,
I'll do you one better. 1 year and he's main roster.
1 year main roster.
I don't
I like
see
that. I want to see that. Could you imagine Joe Hendry? Oh, Trick Williams. Yes. The Wolf That Trick ordeal going on right now.
Oh boy.
Look, I'm sorry, I can't talk about that. I'm gonna stick with it. Joe Hendry, he's in NXT, I believe. So look, I mean, so are we saying that if he goes to the main roster, she stops watching WWE for good?
Oh, absolutely.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
So okay, I got a couple of things I saw online not long ago. If the Dallas Cowboys, I also saw this the other day, Mike McCarthy, he's on the hot seat right now in Dallas. If he doesn't win it this year, there's rumors that possible or Patriots head coach Bill Belichick might be going to Dallas.
I mean, why not? He's one of the
I mean-
greatest coaches of all time.
I mean, is Jerry Jones on this? Like, is Jerry Jones on this Belichick train? Could
So,
be.
this is my opinion about it. You're going to get rid of a coach that hasn't. Say it, Cowboys, they end up firing Mike McCarthy after this year,
Okay.
which most likely will happen.
Okay.
Go through and bring in someone that had another worse season, his last head coaching job,
Okay.
Yeah, but look
to
at
a
his
team
career.
that's going to be broken down if Dak Prescott gets fired too.
So I know how where my Colts stand. We know where the Rams stand this year. We know where the Browns stand. I want to know something. And I have a Cowboys fan in the house, and that's my wife. And the only reason she's a Cowboys fan is because of her mom. That's about it.
You know what?
So I want to know, are we looking at a good Patriots season this year?
With
So-
Mayo at the helm?
Who? Drake Mayo?
Mayo, man. Or, I can't remember his
Drake
first name.
May.
Drake May.
Was it Drake May?
Yes.
Not Drake May. I'm talking about the coach.
That's 6 wins total.
Mayo.
So we're looking at Patriots possible 6 wins this year.
I give him 5.
Who's the new head coach in New England right
It
now?
is. I know his last name is Mayo. I know that for sure.
That's messed up. The new head coach's last name is Mayo, and then you have Drake May. That's the deal.
Yeah. I heard that as well.
Jared Mayo.
Okay, so Jared Mayo is Gerard Mayo.
Gerard Mayo. My bad. Can't pronounce years or names. Shit.
Let's see. 3:38 left in the third. Edmonton's still winning 1-0. 3-1 right now.
4-1.
Oh well, there it goes. 4-1 Oilers right now.
3 minutes 15 seconds left.
Oh, so I did see this. The other day. Joe Flacco is teaching AR right now. Apparently, AR Anthony Richardson has been learning a lot coming from Joe Flacco right
I mean,
now.
look at the season Joe Flacco had last year.
And I
this
mean,
man
especially
came
in
off the
Cleveland.
couch.
He literally came off
He
the
literally
couch.
came off of his couch to come play.
So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I mean, Flacco hasn't really been seen since what, Baltimore, New York. I mean, now he's in Cleveland.
He was in
And
Cleveland.
gave the Browns one of the best chances out of anybody. And now he's in Indianapolis, and Colts fans are kind of raving about this a little bit. They're kind of like, okay, fuck me, you know, you got Shane
The
Steichen,
reprieve
the head
of a
coach.
38-year-old.
Something about with Joe Flacco.
Oh, and by the way, Aaron Rodgers is now the
Not cool.
Aaron
Not
Rodgers.
cool.
Aaron Rodgers is now the oldest player in the NFL.
Yeah.
At 40 years old. That was my bad. I forgot. I
Not
can't-
cool,
yeah,
man.
I'll help it out a little bit more. So, Joe Flacco. I mean, is this combination between him and AR? Are we looking at a good combo here?
You could be looking at a very deadly combo.
I'd say. So, do you remember the last video we had made? Do you remember me telling you about the Jonathan Taylor AR possible nightmare for the NFL teams?
Yep.
What do you think? Taylor, Richardson combo nightmare? Should NFL teams be on the alert for this one? Because Taylor is one of the best running backs out here right now.
He is. So, my problem is, can Jonathan Taylor go back to what he was before he decided to hold out on the Indianapolis Colts?
Well, when he came back last year, he actually looked pretty good.
He
He
looked-
didn't do bad.
Yeah, but compared to what he was before he held
Oh,
out,
yeah. Blowing, 60-yard runs down the field?
honestly, if he can get back to that, Jonathan Taylor, there's no stopping that combo.
Okay, so Patriots, total 6 wins. Browns, you're looking at what? A complete division sweep, right?
We're going to sweep the Bengals. We're sweeping the Bengals.
Okay, so you're talking complete division series win.
For between Cleveland and the Bengals, yes.
Okay. Baltimore, Cleveland, are we talking split?
Yeah, I'm splitting.
Okay,
that.
what about Pittsburgh?
That depends on who's going to be the quarterback going into those games.
5-1 Edmonton? Holy
And
smokes.
honestly, if
What did I tell you?
if it's Russell Wilson going into them facing Cleveland, it's a sweep.
Okay. So, split between the Baltimore-Cleveland series. So who takes 1 and 2 out of this? Are we talking Baltimore then Cleveland or Cleveland then Baltimore?
That's hard to say. It just depends on who decides to show up that one game.
All right. Grizz, I got to know, buddy.
The only team that we have to worry about in our division is San Francisco.
Okay. And San Francisco's a deadly team. I mean, they're real good. You got Christian McCaffrey, CMC.
You got Debo,
You got Debo Samuel. You got Brock Purdy in that backup.
system quarterback.
You got Nick Bosa on that defensive line.
Yep.
Chase
I mean,
Young on that defense.
You got Chase Young sitting there too. I mean, are we talking? Can San Francisco make the Super Bowl again this year? A possibility?
maybe, but I look for the Rams to beat them.
Is this Mr. Irrelevant train still running the tracks? I mean, Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant in the draft.
Oh, come on. You can put any quarterback in San Francisco's system and make them successful.
So there's my one.
Yeah, look, okay, stop. Hold on. This motherfucker just straight said you could put any quarterback in San Francisco and he would be a good quarterback. Tell me, would you put Baker Mayfield in San Francisco and he'd be the greatest QB of all time?
Absolutely.
Oh, come on.
You
No
can
way.
put Teddy Two
No
Gloves
way.
over there and you'd be
No.
I have to say something.
Nah.
definition of system quarterback, man. Come on. Brock Purdy's not all that good.
Everyone there is the system quarterback. You put them in, they're going to be good. There's one quarterback that has proven system quarterbacks do not, in fact, really exist.
Okay, who's that?
And that is, they will call him the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. Everyone called him a system quarterback. When
Actually, hold up. I want to talk to the Patriots fan for a second. Are we talking Tom Brady, GOAT QB? No? I mean, you're a Patriots fan, and you're going to sit here and tell me you're not calling Brady as a GOAT?
Cheater.
I mean, yeah, okay, I'll call cheater all day long.
I'm not calling him it, but people classify him as the greatest of all time.
Okay, so I want to ask a friend of mine, Kayla, are you talking... Would you consider Brady as a system QB? Has the room of terror to fall
I mean, think about it. From his time in New England compared to his time in Tampa Bay.
Script. Okay.
Because how I look at it is, everyone called Tom Brady.
Oh, she said that. I'm curious. I don't mean to cut you off. Are we calling the NFL scripted?
It most definitely is, man.
So wait a second. We're calling the NFL scripted, like for real?
I mean, think about some of the things that happen. I mean,
What, should Baltimore have beat Kansas City in the playoffs and went to the Super Bowl?
look at everything the Chiefs do. Look how many penalties get called for them to win games. I mean,
Chiefs 3-peat? Whew. Jesus Christ. She's calling a 3-peat with the Chiefs.
oh, I'm calling it too.
What? I swear to Christ's sakes.
Not to mention Travis
The
Kelce.
first time I hear in the NFL season of the Swifty train rolling down the NFL track, I'm going to lose my absolute mind.
Hey, ratings went up last year because of Taylor Swift. Just saying.
I am going to call the Super Bowl right now.
Okay, I want to hear it. Let's see it.
Detroit and Kansas.
Swift versus
No.
Eminem. Oh my.
Swift
I'm
versus
calling
Eminem.
LA and Kansas City.
LA's not going. They don't have that high power.
Okay, wait.
We have one of the top offenses in the league to come in
Break it
this
up,
year.
ladies. Ladies,
It's
break it up
happening.
for a second.
You
Hold
think
up.
that every
Just because
season.
your clowns don't have an offense.
Break it up real quick, ladies.
Last year.
So do we.
No low blows,
Yeah.
no low blows, no low shots. Keep the nuts where they're intact. Let's talk for a second. This is a biased comment right here from you, Chris, because you're calling LA all the way
Absolutely.
right now. But see, I could say the same thing about Indianapolis. You could say the same thing about Cleveland. But in reality right now, do the Rams have the ability to make that all the way run?
We have that chance with what we have on the offense right now.
I mean, the Colts have the same exact standard. I mean, we're walking five good wide receivers right now. Pittman, Pierce, Josh Downs, fucking Adonai Mitchell right now. And there's another one that came out of Oregon State. You got AR, you got Jonathan Taylor. I mean, the Colts can make the Super Bowl run and win it.
Let's see, my team can make the Super Bowl run. Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore.
Washed.
I mean, it's all possible. But out of bias,
Judy is washed.
I don't know. I don't know about that one yet.
Yeah, that one I can't.
I haven't really got a chance. He was in Denver. I didn't get a chance to see much coming from him in Denver because Denver sucks.
Exactly.
So,
you can't
wait
say
a
anything about
second.
Jerry Judy.
Well, Denver's about as bad as New England. If you want to give your dog nasty ass food, you feed him something from New England. I'm sorry. But look, with no bias involved in this, with no bias involved, I'm saying Kansas City, Detroit, Swift versus 8 Mile in the Super Bowl
That's
this year.
literally what I'm saying.
I think the Detroit Lions in that offense with Amon-Ra St. Brown, fucking Jamison Williams. I mean, look, everybody said when Jared Goff went to Detroit, he was going to roll over and die. And look what he did. Look what he did last year in Detroit. I don't know. I think the Detroit train's running that 8 Mile track right now. I really do. I think Detroit has the chance to run the playoffs. I would like to see the LA Rams make it. But if we all remember correctly, Kansas City lost to Detroit last year.
By 1 point.
1 point.
24-23.
The Lions beat the Chiefs. Could that be a possibility this year? Like, are we saying? Could we look at it? I don't know. Look, with no bias.
It's possible, but
Look, I'm not saying the Browns don't have a chance. I'm not saying the Rams don't have a chance either. Neither do the Colts. I'm not saying that none of us do have a chance. But with no bias, who do you think has the top chance out of this? Are we talking Chiefs 3-peat right now?
I think so. I mean, they've been seemingly unstoppable the last several seasons. They might
5-1 final? All right, so 5-1 final, Edmonton right now. We're going Game 7 Monday night.
Like I said, Edmonton's winning that game.
So, I mean, I don't know biased decision. Who's going to the Super Bowl and who wins it?
I'm still sticking by what I said, Detroit and Kansas.
Okay.
I'm standing by what I said. It might be a biased opinion, but I still think it's a viable chance.
LA and who?
LA and Kansas City.
Who wins it?
LA.
I mean, are the Rams going to be able to contend with the almighty Chiefs right now?
Well, the last time we played the Chiefs, that game ended up 54-53.
54-53? Okay. I saw that. What was the yellow and red
It was
game?
the ketchup and mustard game.
I saw that game. I watched that game one time. All right, so I also got one last topic. I have one last topic I want to talk about. And this goes to the Big Ten right now in the NCAA Football League. Ryan Day in Ohio State right now. Is Ryan Day on the hot seat for the Buckeyes? If he doesn't win it this year, is he out?
I don't think it's not if he can't win the national, it's if he can't beat the team of Florida.
I want to hear you say it.
No.
I want to hear you say it, Gage.
I would stay here all night. I would not.
Come on, I want to hear you say it.
About the Big M?
The Big M.
Michigan?
Michigan.
I thought you were about to smack my DD.
The Michigan train, bud. Let's go.
Falling this year.
So Michigan falls to Ohio State
They'll
this year,
fall
right?
to a lot of people this year. I have a feeling.
Woo! Who is the new head coach in Michigan right now after Harbaugh left? Can you look up the new head coach for Michigan for me?
I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it was our offensive coordinator.
Really?
Yeah.
So, Ohio State, well, what's going on? Like, are you guys got a chance this year? Because you're losing Sharon Moore. Is that who I'm looking at? Sharon Moore?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like the offensive
He
coordinator.
served as Michigan's acting coach last year.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is out. Who's the quarterback for you guys this year? Is it McCardell or something like that? McCardell? Kyle McCord? Is it
He
McCord?
transferred.
Is it Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander? Who is it?
How did we get to poking that one out? Did I just miss something?
Actually, someone would actually have to look that up because I don't even know who it is. I know it was between Aaron Nolan and someone
This
else.
would be easier if we had a laptop.
No, Kyle McCord did transfer.
Well, that's when we get the table. When the table comes in, then we'll have the laptop.
No, Kyle McCord transferred.
Oh, did he return it? Where'd he go? See, I'm asking you.
Syracuse.
Sarah, you're an Ohio State fan. You got to know where you
I
got
don't
to
care
go.
where Kyle McCord is. So,
Okay.
do you want to hear why he transferred?
Okay, yeah, I'm curious.
So, at the end of the season when we lost to the team at North,
Yeah.
everyone was blaming him for the interceptions and that, which some of them, if you watch it, wasn't his fault completely.
Yeah.
The main reason why he even transferred,
Will Howard.
Will Howard, the new quarterback for.
The Ohio State's brought in the transfer to help stabilize the position that
That's
was
just
anything but
stabilize it.
reliable.
Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta see this.
they he's already just stabilized it. But so
Who the fuck is Julian saying?
it was. I'm pretty sure it was a backup for Talmud.
Looks like top 5-star prospect right now in Ohio State. Okay, so question. I want everybody's opinion on this because I'm kind of curious of this one. Is Michigan beating Ohio State this year?
No.
You're saying no.
Yep.
I'm saying yes. She's saying yes. Michigan
Yep.
over Ohio State.
Yep.
Michigan, let's go. So I'm calling Michigan over Ohio State this year, and
I in the kitchen.
look. And look, don't get me wrong. I like the scarlet and
I
gray.
move your bed to blow it up. I don't have to bring it in.
The problem with this, Ryan Day, if he doesn't beat Michigan this year, is he out?
He's gone.
Is he gone?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's the new head coach for Ohio State then at this point? If Ryan Day leaves, who takes over the job?
Nobody relevant.
Kayla's saying her.
Nobody relevant. My point is.
So apparently a lot of people are saying Dabo Swinney might be going to Ohio State.
If she is the coach at Ohio State, the head coach at Ohio State, I'm switching my fucking team.
You gonna be a Michigan fan?
He's gonna go. He's gonna come be a Mountaineer fan.
I want you to do me a favor. I want to make you a bet this year, okay? I want to make a bet. All right, you and me. If Michigan does better than Ohio State,
jerseys, nope.
I want you to post that on social media that Michigan was better than Ohio State this year.
No.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Never.
You gotta do it.
Never.
Come on.
A loyal fan never does that.
Chicken.
Yeah, because I've seen the rivalry. I've seen videos of Michigan and Ohio State.
Now wait a minute. If I, as a Lakers fan, have to put on a Celtics jersey because of a bet I made several years ago, then he can do that.
Then you're not that loyal of a fan to the Lakers.
No, that's bullshit. A bet is a bet no matter how loyal of a fan you are.
Look, okay, so you're saying Michigan, nothing much of them coming from the Big Ten this year. So you're saying Ohio State rules that league, the Big Ten?
On the east side.
All on the east side, okay. I still have to stick with this out of Tuscaloosa right now. Kalen DeVore, old Washington Huskies head coach, is now in Alabama.
Yeah.
He is now head coaching one of the strongest teams in the SEC conference. Now, here's the problem with this. I'm not really sure if I like the division, like the conference change.
The expansion to that.
Yeah, because Texas and Oklahoma is now in
I
this.
say that you have
Big 12.
the Big Ten just added UCF, USC. I think Cal is part of it now.
So, I mean,
Hell, the Big 12 is the Big 16 now.
I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not a fan of the Oklahoma-Texas coming into the SEC. I mean, is it because, could you think, because it could be just they want a bigger challenge? I mean, because you got a challenge with some cornbread eating motherfuckers in Georgia, Alabama, Florida. I mean, LSU's one of them big old boys.
Honestly, I think the reason why they did this was because look at before the expansion still came.
Yeah.
You had all these different divisions. I think they're trying to narrow it down to only certain divisions. Like you have the Big Ten,
Yeah.
the SEC.
You have the Big East as well.
The Big 12.
Big 12,
Like-
Pac-12.
A lot of people don't like that. A lot of these different divisions.
So are you thinking they kind of sub it down a little
They're
bit?
subbing it down a little.
Yeah, the MAC. That's where my conference
The
is
Sun
right
Belt
now.
Conference.
Yeah.
Like honestly, do you really pay attention to the MAC? Or do you pay attention to the independent that like Notre Dame was on?
Notre Dame is a sleeper right now. I think Notre Dame is an absolute sleeper of a team in the NCAA right now. And, the MAC conference, you got Ball State, you got Akron, you got Miami, Ohio right now. But I also kind of curious about something. Could the Miami Hurricanes be worth something this year? Because Miami doesn't seem too bad right now. All right, so I gotta find out. I gotta figure this out. I already know where this is gonna fucking go. But who wins the NCAA this year? Yeah, are we talking the who's that coming down the track? Are we talking the Georgia train coming?
Give me Alabama!
Woo! Let's go! Roll Tide!
I'm gonna pull over you, Pat McAfee, and take Alabama.
Okay, so who wins it this year? Are we who wins it all? Are we going Scarlet and Gray and Ohio State winning it all? Are we saying Michigan might have another repeat? Or who is Texas and that high-powered offense of Texas going to come out and fire on all cylinders?
Like I said, I'm taking Bama.
Bama, okay.
You gotta give me a little money.
This man won't even say Ohio State because he knows they're not going to make it.
Oh, God.
That team's definitely never gonna make it back to another one.
I cannot believe I
Who
just saw
was it?
that. Oregon, the Ducks in
Since when have
Oregon.
they been relevant in this conversation?
2014
Exactly.
The last time they were relevant was Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, 2014
Exactly.
Ohio State went and beat them.
Exactly.
So-
Oregon is not relevant in this
Hey,
conversation.
you want to know something? You beat them with a third-string quarterback.
But
All right,
anyway,
so wait a second. I'm kind of curious. I want to hear from you, bud. Caleb Daybor, first year in Alabama this year. You're saying national championship. Do you think he's got the Bama boys ready to go?
I believe so.
So we're looking at the Roll Tide train going down with the elephant this year.
Absolutely. And
I
this
like
is
where
a
you-
non-biased opinion
I
here
like
because
where you
I'm
are.
a Mountaineers fan, and we start playing Alabama in 2026.
All right, Gage. I need to wrap this up here soon, buddy. What do we got?
I'm pulling out. They just entered a conference with Texas.
You say Texas, the Longhorns, huh? So we're doing the Longhorns all the way right now.
And
Horns down.
Whoa, boy. All right,
Your team still sucks, but
all right.
not relevant. So
We're going to end it. One last question here. Who's the sleeper team in the NFL? Who's the one team in the NFL this year that could surprise anybody? I want your answer too.
The New York Jets.
You got the Jets. Why? Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old, man. Does he have it in him? Has he still got the gas?
Hey man, just look. I'm just saying,
That
their offense is
nowhere
going to be
near
high
the
powered.
team.
Houston, I wouldn't say Houston is
They're
a
not a
sleeper.
sleeper team.
I'm not going to call it Houston. They have a high-powered offense, and Stephon Diggs in Houston right
Their
now
defense
is nasty.
Now, if you would say Carolina, that's a huge sleeper team.
The Colts are not a sleeper team this year. They are something to be feared for the AFC South. Tennessee, Mike Vrabel is head coach right now. Tennessee, I don't know. Tennessee
Without
just
Derrick
lost
Henry.
Derrick Henry. Tennessee just lost Derrick Henry right now.
God dang it.
So sleeper team, you're saying Jets.
I'm saying the Jets, Jets.
Gage, what do you got, buddy?
I'm going to throw a team that everyone doubts every single year, and they're actually in the Jets conference, the Washington Commanders.
The Washington Commanders. Interesting. Who's that QB in Washington?
Sam Howell.
Sam Howell. He's not bad. All right. My one sleeper team in the NFL. You guys ready for this?
There we go.
You guys ready? Going what the fuck y'all love. I'm gonna get hit for this one. You ready? None of them. No, I'm just kidding.
No one.
No one! I'll say. So, my one sleeper team this year, and I really think, in all honesty, I think it's going to be very, very interesting. And I'm calling it right now. I said the Atlanta Falcons, but with Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix. Also, I think the Jaguars might do, because that new Trevor Lawrence new contract is absolutely expensive. Right now, Trevor Lawrence, 5 years, $275 million contract right now. I mean, he's got to prove it. He's got to put up or shut up now. So, I think right now at this point, I think what we're looking at is we're looking at a sleeper team, and for sleepers, I want to say Atlanta could be a part of that, but also, what if we blow the horn and call the Vikings with this possibly?
I'm literally about to hate what I'm about to say.
Oh boy!
I want to hear this.
As I hate this fucking team so bad. And that is, even as a Cleveland fan, it's not the Squealers love.
Who?
The New England Patriots.
Oh my fucking
That will
God.
never happen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
30 years.
I'm done with YouTube. Goodbye. See you later. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not calling the Patriots. No, don't even start with me on
Come
this.
on, man.
But how I'm looking at it is everyone's already counting them out, having an 0-17 season. No one's seen what this quarterback can do.
Okay.
And Bailey Zappi's starting for him now.
No, he's not. No, he's
Bailey's
not.
happy trade for
Drake
me.
May is starting.
Look, I need confirmation. Can somebody find something and see who's the starting QB for this?
Hold on, let the Patriots
For the
fan
choke
do this
artists
one.
are.
So it was last time she looked it up, it was Bailey Zappi.
So
They could have changed it.
I want to talk for a second because I want to send out my condolences here for a quick minute. The baseball world. It's a phone over here. So a couple days ago, was it 1 or 2 days ago, the baseball world lost one of the greatest players in the world of baseball. Willie Mays.
Oh, yeah.
Willie Mays passed away. Greatest of all time.
He's
Like,
up.
do we-
He's up there. He's definitely up there.
Do we put him in the, Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth?
I would arguably put him in that conversation.
Baltimore, what was it? Baltimore, wasn't he, for Willie Mays? Was it Baltimore or the Giants? I think it
San
was
Francisco.
Yeah.
San Francisco. So my heart goes out to the Mays family for Willie Mays. But what are we looking at? What are we looking at
So-
for New England?
Me and you were both wrong.
Who is it?
I forgot they signed this dude.
Is
Cleveland former quarterback, Jacoby Brissett.
Oh yeah, quarterback from the Indianapolis Colts
How the
too.
heck did I forget about that guy?
Go
He
100%.
signed.
Okay, look, I hate the Patriots. I'm still not going to call the Patriots a sleeper team. Ooh,
I'm
cheaters.
mainly sticking with the Commanders.
I'm going to stick with the Vikings. I think the
I'm-
Vikings are
I'm
something.
still
Whoa,
saying-
wait! I forgot. I got it. The Green Bay Packers this year.
They weren't even a sleeper team, dude! Get out of here! They
So,
weren't
ladies and
sleeping.
gentlemen,
I got it. It's Kansas.
oh my God,
Alright, anyway.
we're gonna get all swifty.
Hey, man.
All right, so.
We had to.
Guys, I appreciate you coming in tonight. I really do. It was an awesome time. But JJ Redick, new head coach in LA.
Yep.
The Oilers going to Game 7 now, bud. This is not something I expected. Miners, West Virginia.
Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. West
7
Bay
o'clock.
Arena.
Let's go Miners. To everybody in the background, production, everything here. Gentlemen, appreciate you coming in tonight. Keep on with us. This is TCG Sports. If we got it, we're going to tell you.
Until
You
next
guys have a good night. Later, y'all.
Until next time, keep your stick on the ice.
Thank you for the jump scare. No.